What's up? Hey guys, so today is Fire Fridays, and today I'm going to be showing you how, if you have a Zippo lighter, if you don't know, how to replace the lighter fluid. And yeah, so here we go. Okay, first, take your lighter and open it up. Here, I'll put this down so you can see. Alright, and you just take out the insert that's in here, and you'll just have this empty metal casing. And then you take this, and there's this fabric right here, and you take your lighter fluid. Here, hold on, let me open this. Sometimes it's a little hard to open. Come on. Okay. And once you have that open, it doesn't matter what lighter fluid you use, I'm just using Zippo. And you can either just squirt it right onto that padding, but what makes it easier for me is there's that little hole right there in the padding. I just put that nozzle right in the hole, and then you just squeeze it. And you probably can't see right now, but when you squeeze it, the fabric's gonna get wet. And when you see it get wet, back off and just, you can hear those bubbles from the air in the lighter fluid box. But sometimes it's easier just to spray it on. And you can just spray this on here until it starts to get wet. And once it gets full, you're going to see a couple, 2-3 drips out of this main, the actual, where the fire comes out, so watch there. Alright, that wasn't it, that was just, alright, right there. When you see that, that means you're gonna stop, and the top will look wet. And then, what you want to do is wait a little bit, and then what I do usually is I wash off, not really the Zippo, but I just, put the Zippo to the side, wash off my hands, because this stuff, if you leave it on yourself, it'll actually start to irritate your skin. So just wash your hands off, water will be fine. If you want to, you can use soap. And then just get a towel. Here's my ShamWow. Dry your hands off, and then you can just use a tiny bit of water that's on the towel, and just clean that off. And then you just slip this right back in the right way. Make sure this lever, oh wait, yeah, you just take this and you slip this right back in here, making sure this lever is lined up with the hinge. You just slide it back in, and you're ready to go. Alright, so if you do have a Zippo, I hope that helped you if you did not know how to fill lighter fluid. Now I'm going to show you how to replace your flint on your Zippo, and I need to anyways, so I'll show you how to. Okay, first, do like always, take this, and take your top portion out, so it's out of the casing. And then on the bottom, you'll notice there's this little screw right here. And you can use a screwdriver, like one of these flat tip screwdrivers, one of these regular screwdrivers. And you also need for this flints. And these are Zippo flints. You can probably use any other flint, but I'm just using Zippo ones. But yeah. So then, what's easier for me though is if you take this top little part right here, it lines up right in here. Make sure it's on this side, and if you give it a little pressure, make sure it's down so you don't strip it. Give it a little pressure, and that unscrews, and you can start unscrewing it with your fingers. But make sure, whatever you do, that when this comes out, you do not lose the spring, because it's going to be hard to get it back or find it. So just keep unscrewing. Alright, and then the spring will pop out. and to the spring there'll be a little metal piece. Make sure that stays on there. So put that to the side here, and then you're going to take your flint right here. And on these Zippo flints, what they have is this thing. You rotate it around, like, you rotate it around so this little notch is in with this tube, and you do this, flip it over, and then you got this flint, and then it's caught in there, so then you can just get it out of there. Alright, once you got that, just take this flint, and that little hole where the screw went, just put that flint right in there. Make sure it's in good. And then you can just take this and make sure everything's there, and put that gold piece in, then the spring, and give it a little pressure. Make sure you don't bend it, or try not to bend it as much as you can, and start screwing it back in. Oh. Yeah, like I said, try not to do that. It can be a little hard because there's pressure against the flint. Alright, and then start screwing it back in here. Screwing it. Once again, you can take your Zippo top and tighten it up. Be careful not to strip your screw or mess up your Zippo lighter top. And you might get a tiny bit of little scratches, but that's not a big deal. And then once you got that, just slip your lighter back into your casing. Make sure it's in the right way. Slide it back in there, and you're ready to go. Okay, so I hope that helped you guys. Just wanted to start off this Fire Fridays with some things I needed to do to my Zippo, and also to show you people who have a Zippo and may be new to it. So, yeah. Tomorrow is Saturday, and I'll be doing shoutout Saturdays, so, yeah, check out my profile tomorrow. Just a quick tip that I wanted to show you. When you are screwing in, here, I'll show you, hold on. You take this out. When you if you want to use this and you want to preserve the top as much as you can when you're using this on the screw, if you're gonna, when you put it on near the edge, like put it on and then slide it over. Make sure the body's on this side too, or else it'll tighten it and it'll strip the screw or hurt this. And then but put this on and then try sliding it over until it stops. So then you get a lot more of that metal, and then push down and twist. And it comes a lot easier too. And another thing, I just figured out, it wasn't lighting. It was only lighting that first time I showed you. Because if you see there, if you look, I don't know if you can see, that little piece of flint right there above that, if you look below the spin wheel, that little black thing between that gold metal piece and the spin wheel, that's a flint. And there was another little tiny piece of flint holding it up, so I took it apart and it came out, and it was just a little tiny piece. I needed to replace it anyways. So, but yeah, now it works. And yeah, you can just put this back in. Careful, that was hot because I just lit it. And then yeah. So yeah, I hope that helps you guys. Excuse me. I'll see you tomorrow.